Hey everyone, I hope you're all well. It's Favian and I'm jumping into Guns of Glory today to do the buildings guide so that we can have a look at all the individual buildings, so you've got all the information you need so that you understand each of these buildings. We'll try and do it as quick as we can. Let's jump straight into it with this one first. And this is the Imperial Armament Centre, and this is where you can craft gear for your troops. So if we go into the craft, you can see the different kinds of materials that are needed for the different weapons. So this is the bayonet, and you can see that there are different things that we need, and you can obtain these in packs or can be earned via treasure diving as well, which you can see right there. So that is for the craft side of things, and obviously you've got all the different weapons going all the way down. There is 4 different ones, and you can also see that we've got it for the distance and the cavalry as well. So there's 3 different types of equipment: infantry, distance, cavalry. And if you go into fuse, you can see that you can also fuse different pieces of material together as well. So this is for the infantry gear, then we've got the distance gear, and then we've got the cavalry gear. And if you go into the information here, infantry, cavalry and distant troops are equipped with troop gear, which can be checked at the Imperial Armament Centre and the corresponding training camps. You can choose what troop gear to craft by using the crafting feature. There are 4 gear slots for each troop type. Gear items for different slots grant different attributes. Each gear set grants an extra benefit when 2 or 4 pieces in the set are collected. So that is when we start creating a set of the same equipment. There are 6 gear quality levels represented by colour. Gold and below are base gear that can be crafted with crafting materials, while red ones are fusion gear obtained by fusing 2 gold or red gear items on the same slot. Troop gear below gold quality only has base attributes, while gear that's gold and above will have an extra 2 bonus attributes upon being crafted. Red gear can have a maximum of 4 bonus attributes. And then you can go into the gear crafting. I won't read that for you. You can check that one out yourself, as well as the fusing gear. So let's come straight off that building now, and let's go to the next one. And that will be this one here, which is the event center. And of course, you can imagine that you're going to see all the different events in here for Guns of Glory in a calendar style. And it shows you which ones are in progress in green and which ones are not open yet in red. And you can literally click on each individual event to see what that is all about. So I just clicked on there, the Red Guard Raid, which was this one, clicked onto it, and then you can then see more details about that particular event. You can also go into the question mark, which is up here, to find out more information about that particular event. So if I click onto that, it will tell you a brief overview of what that event is all about. Okay, so let's move on to the next building, which is this one right here. And this is your trade station. And the trade station enables you to trade resources with alliance members, upgrade to increase trading capacity, and lower the trade fee. So that is basically the function of this particular building. And when you click in there, there is more options. Obviously, you can get resource help, goods exchange, Apex Architect, which if you click into that, gives you another brief overview of what that is, which is an event that lasts 28 days. So do read and check out the information on that. And in the Glory building, we can use this to obtain different buffs as well. So let's come off that and let's go straight to the next building, which is going to be this one right here. And this is the Forge, and this is where we can craft all our equipment. So if we click on more information as well, you can see that the upgrades will lower the amount of steel that is consumed for each of those weapons. Click into there again, and you can see the kind of armory that we can do. And this has now actually been updated, so you can see it a lot easier as well. So this is for all the battle weapons and the economy weapons as well. And when we click into these, if we clicked into the Drill Master set, you can see what the requirements are for being able to craft this particular equipment. So you can see we would need more steel, we would need more Drill Master's frock coat scroll, and finally we would also need some crimson gold. Let's go into the battle one as well. Just come off this. When you go into this, you can see we've got battle equipment as well as economy equipment as well. If we click on this button here, where it says retribution set, we can then actually separate this by the lowest being the weakest equipment. So this is the private set 2, and you can see that's of a purple grade. And if we went all the way to the bottom to the Sacred Oath set, you can see this is some pretty impressive equipment that would probably take a long time for you to get to be in all honesty, and also would require some substantial money being invested in the game. On the economy, we've got the same again. If we go to the top and the Lieutenant set, you can see this is R1 equipment, and going all the way down to the Drill Master set, which is obviously a stronger grade. And again, you can see all the different kinds of requirements for this via this method. Let's jump into the next building, which is this one here. This one is the Artillery Foundry, and this is where you can build your artillery in the Artillery Foundry, upgrade to unlock more powerful troops. So when we go into that and we go into the information and we click more info, you can see what is unlocked at the different levels. So you can see I'm level 12, and when I go to level 13, I will unlock the Saker troops for the artillery. So that is literally for that building. And then we can also go into there and click on train to train all the different troops we have. And if we click on information across here, we can also see what kind of buffs these come with, how strong they are via this over here, which shows you the health, attack, defense and speed. And again, you can also see over here your different troop types, different levels. And as I mentioned before, the Sakers would be unlocked at level 13. And then if I go into all the different ones, you can see exactly how many troops I have of each one. So you can see these are all 0. And then the T4 of I have 1,500. Let's come off this building. Let's go into the next one, which we will have a look at this one here. And this is the munitions exchange information. You can trade in your soldiers' used arms in exchange for resources. Upgrade to increase the number of free trades you can make per day. And when we go into that and click on trade, you can see we get some free attempts to basically get some additional rewards. That is quite simple for that building. We don't need to go too much in detail with that one. Let's have a look at this building here. This is the Hall of War, and this allows you to rally against your opponents with your allies. Upgrade to increase the rally capacity of your rallies. Click into this, click into rally, and you can see what kind of rallies are going on. You can also see battle history as well to see what previous battles have taken place, as well as anything in events or strategies. And again, you can click on the battle history for each of these. So strategy history, if there was anything in there, that's where you would find it. Upgrading your Hall of War increases the number of troops you can send in each rally. You can also increase the might of your rallies through research. Now I'm just going to pop back over to here because there was a couple of buildings over here before we move further right. Let's jump into this one here very quickly. This is the Sanctuary, and the Sanctuary, if your hospitals are full, a certain percentage of your slain troops will be sent to your Sanctuary. You can increase the percentage by raising your VIP level or opening a subscription. So to sum this up very quickly, your hospital has a certain amount of capacity, and anything that was beyond that capacity that got injured would be sent to here for you to try and revive. And a lot of games have that kind of similar function as well. Let's click on the drill ground next, which is this one. Jump into that, and this is where you can see all the information about your troops, what kind of resources is needed to upkeep them, as well as having a look at exactly how many troops you've got. So I could click into here, and you can see as well, this is also a very easy way to actually upgrade our troops. So I've got some T4s there. If I clicked onto that, I could level those up into skirmishers, and that's a nice simple way to be able to do that. Obviously, I would need to complete the previous one to be able to do any more. But like I say, it's a very, very good way of being able to upgrade your lower level troops. You can also see we have formation setting in here, which is this. And when we click on that, we can actually save a couple of formations that will have generals and troops in here for ease of access. And you can see as well, going down the bottom side, you can have 5 different ones all saved as well. So if I wanted to select a troop in here, I could put that troop in, I could put the next troop in, and then I could also add pets if I had any pets, and then I could just literally save a few troops in there. So let's just put a few troops in there, and when I click on save, that troop formation is now saved successfully. And when I go back into that and I go into formation settings, you can see that the first one has been saved. Okay, so that is for that. Let's go into the next building, which is this one here. And this is called the Doctor's Lab, and this is where we've got a couple of mini events going on where we can use our creation. And this is basically a monster who goes around fighting and searching for different things. So let's actually do a quick one now while we're on here. Let's go to the next one, keep exploring. And then literally it's like a little maze that you need to go through, finding all the different things. But you do have up here a little map where it shows you where you have been. So if I went all the way to the right, you can see then I can go down, and then you can see now I can go left, and literally I'm just going through all of these, fighting the guardians as I go along, which you can also have on speed up as well. And you can see that that one was completed, nice and easy. And then I can search for chests if I wanted, which is worth doing because you can get some additional resources as well from these chests. So it's worth going into this and literally going all the way across and getting all the different ones. And you can see that that's exactly what I'm doing here. Get all these chests very quickly and then go to the last ones, and the last one is here, and then that is all complete. And that's exactly what you do in there. And when we come out of this, you can see that the floor is cleared and we can then move on to the next challenge. And of course, at the end of all these, there is some chests as well, which you can also collect. Okay, so let's continue across with all these different buildings. We're going to have a start with the first one, which is the warehouse. The warehouse helps protect your resources from enemy raids. Upgrade to increase the amount of each resource protected. Click on more information and you can see exactly what is protected via the different upgrades of the warehouse. So the next one we're going to look at is the academy, which is this building here. And this is a very important building because this is where we do all our researches. Click into here and you can see you've got basic research, advanced research, and then superior research, which will unlock as you go along. Click into basic research. Let's have a look at one of these looks like. So you can see that we have the storage, which is here, and then we can click into here and we can then research this, which will take 6 minutes, and we can come off that, and then we can also ask for help from Alliance members to speed that up. What I will say about the research is the basic research, which is these ones here, are far more important than the advanced research, which is these at the beginning. You really want to get as much of this basic research done as possible, especially the development and the economy. This will reduce how much things cost, as well as reduce the time taken for those different things. So that is the research building. Moving on to the next one, let's go into the keep, which is this one here. And here we can see we've got a few different options going all the way around here. The information on this, the castle is the beating heart of your estate. Upgrade to increase your march capacity and unlock new buildings. If we click into more information, you can see that the march capacity is increased for each of the levels that we upgrade to. And again, when we click into here, you can see that we've also got estate stats, so you can literally check all about your resources and how much you are producing. You've also got an appearance option, which allows you to change the appearance of your castle, although be aware this is normally based on obtaining skins from specific events or packs that are purchased. Jump into the estate buffs. This is where you will be able to add your peace shield. You could also add an anti-scout, get some attack and defense buffs, increase your max march capacity, as well as a few other things going down there as well, including gathering speed as well. The coat of arms. The coat of arms can be embedded or removed from buildings. If the building's glory level is high enough, it will unlock extra benefits from the coat of arms. Coat of arms handbooks only need to be activated once, and crafting a coat of arms won't consume the coat of arms handbook. Coat of arms material or pira ingots will be consumed when crafting the coat of arms. And next we're going to have a look at the tavern, which is this building here. And this is where you can recruit guards using the recruit button. And the first thing you notice in here is we've got a free attempt, so we can click on that. And we can also click on the information to see the kind of people that are available. We've got tier S, tier A, tier B, and other. And you can also see we get a reduction for using the first one of the day. And you can see that they normally cost 30 in the recruitment banners that we need. So I've got 88. I'm just too short of getting the 90 required for 3. But what I can do is use that first one with the reduction half price 15 banners, which I will do now. And I got a blue guard from that recruitment. You also have the standard ones as well, and again you can see that I have some options in there to be able to purchase a couple as well. So that's for the tavern. The next building that we're going to take a look at is the bank, which is this one down here, and this is where we can deposit gold to earn interest so that we get more back on our gold. And you can see there is a 1 day, 7 day, 15 day, 30 day option, with the interest being more for the 30 days versus the 1 day. So you can see I've got mine already in there, and in 28 days I would be able to collect that back. The next building we're going to have a look at is the wall, which is this one here. Click onto the wall. The wall helps protect your estate from enemy attacks. Upgrade to improve your wall defense. You can see mine is currently at 10,800, and with every level upgrade this also increases. When clicking on the wall, you can also add a wall defense where you can garrison your generals to also help with defense, which I'm just going to select 2 there. So these would now help with that. Actually, I've got a third one as well, which is for the pet, but I have not unlocked the pet yet, so wouldn't be able to do that. You also can see your wall defense as well, which is here, and you can see when you've been attacked this would decrease, and you would need to repair this to bring it back up to its maximum level. Next building we're going to have a look at is the exchange over here, and this is where we can go in and we can exchange certain items and gold for additional items that we may need. What you will find in here is there are reductions on certain items, making it very valuable to do the exchange. So we can also use gold to purchase this, which would be a 50% reduction, which would mean it would only cost me 50 gold to obtain these speed ups. And also within the exchange we've got 2 other options. We've got the auction house, which unlocks at castle level 23, and the black market, which unlocks at castle 23. And again, with these 2 options you would be able to purchase more items at bargain prices via this method. The next building that we're going to look at is the barracks, and when we click onto the barracks and look at the information, train your infantry in the barracks, upgrade to unlock more powerful infantry troops. You can see that I currently have the skirmishers unlocked, and at level 16 the spearmen would then be unlocked for that particular troop type. And again, you can go in here and train your troops, and you can also of course upgrade any troops that you may already have, and you can do that via this method here. You can see I have 10. Click on that and then I can level up those 10 troops, and I can do that for all the different levels. And also in here you can put your gear equipment for all the different troop types that we talked about earlier if you have crafted them. Shooting range is next, and this is again another troop type. The information: train your distant troops in the shooting range, upgrade to unlock more powerful distant troops. And again you can see I have the bombardiers unlocked, and at level 16 I will have the heavy bombardiers unlocked. And again, like the previous one we looked at, you can upgrade troops in here as well. We will go straight onto the embassy next, which is this one. Information: the embassy allows you to receive timer help and defensive reinforcements from your allies. Upgrade to increase the number and duration of timer helps, as well as the number of reinforcement troops you can hold. My current reinforcement capacity is 150,000. The timer help duration is 91, and the number of timer helps is 21. More information to see exactly what unlocks at the different level upgrades. We then go on to the stable, and again you can imagine this is a troop type. This is your cavalry, and again, like the other ones, you can unlock different ones at the different levels, and of course also train your troops and upgrade your troops via here as well. Next building that we're going to have a look at, this is the task building. We can do some, it's called estate affairs, but basically what you would do in here, games are all starting to follow this strategy of little mini tasks that we can do that will allow us to earn additional items. So we can click onto this, click onto the help. That is now done. If I go back into my estate and I go back to that, I can then go and choose the next one that I can also do to earn additional rewards. Let's click on this one here, click on the help, go back to my estate, go into here, and then what I want to show you is the kind of rewards. So you can see straight away this one is now completed, and I can then claim And those are the rewards that I got for doing those mini tasks. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye on this and making sure that you've done all the different ones that you can to get those rewards. They certainly add up as you go along. Next building we're going to have a look at is the airship dock, which is this building here. Click into there. Information. Maintain and enhance your airship in the airship dock. Upgrade the airship dock to get lots of materials for upgrading your airship. When we click on more information, you can see what upgrade rewards you get for the different levels. Then when we click into there and go into the airship option, you can see we can upgrade and enhance our airship via the different methods that you can see here that all have red dots on them. Click into one of these options and all 4 options are shown there, and you can use this material down at the bottom to upgrade. So if I click onto that, you can see that the upgrade is being completed and the buff is also being enhanced at the same time. And the airship is very similar to dragons, which are used in different games to aid you in attack against other enemies and monsters. Okay, so that's all the buildings done up there. Next building we'll have a look at is the astrologer, which is this one over here. Click into there, click on the astrologer, and you get some free spins each day to again win additional rewards. There's always different places you can win rewards, and it's definitely worth getting those free chances used as and when you can. We also have the Pirate Showdown, which is this icon here. Click onto that, and this is where you can be shooting other ships to again try and get different rewards. I'm currently on challenge 7. Let's do a battle, and all we need to do is just hit all the different targets on the ship to try and take the ship down, which is what I will do right now. And you can see that that one is done nice and easy, and some additional rewards have been provided. Again, another mini battle that is worth doing to obtain those additional rewards. And you can see there, idle duration 12 hours. I can collect more rewards as well. And just to show you where that was that I just collected, it was this chest down here. Let's have a look at the lookout tower next. This is also known as the watchtower, and basically this is a lookout tower that alerts you to any incoming scouts or marches. Upgrade to receive more detailed information about your opponent. So when you go into the information, the more information, you can see the kind of information that you will get at each level. And obviously the higher the level, the more information you will get about those specific marches. Let's go down here and have a look at all the resources. I won't go into all of them, but basically this is a big area of all our different resources that are used for these up here. There's 4 different ones, and clicking into one, you can see the information. The farm produces food for your estate and troops. That'll be the same for all the different materials, and we can also provide a boost on this. You can see that I have 25 available to boost it. So I can use one of these right now, and now I've used a 24-hour farm to produce more from there. So that is for all of those buildings there. We will have a look at this building next, and this building is the Spirit Mines, which is again another mini game within Guns of Glory. And when we click into there, you can see we've got some mini attacks. This is floor 1, and we can attack, and we can see exactly how the attack goes. It does it straight away. And you can see floor 1 was done straight away. So we can go to floor 2 now. And again, I can attack. Again, I can march. And again, I can click on the X over here to finish the battle straight away. And again, you can see it's very, very straightforward. Not many of my troops are being killed. I will get through these floors quite easy at the beginning, but obviously the better your generals, the better your castle, the better your buffs, the more of these particular floors you are going to go through. And when you've got to a certain stage that you can no longer get any further, what you would then want to do is jump into this over here, and if I click on that option, you will not be able to further explore the mineshaft while gathering crystals in the mining area. So I get to a certain level, this would increase based on the level that I've got to, and I would want to go to the highest floor possible. And then what you would do is come back down a floor to then go into the mining and mine what is the maximum that you can. So that was for the mining. We have another building over here. Let's have a look at what this one is. This is the inn where the astrologer was earlier that I did, but also there are some more in here as well that we can have a look at. And you can see we've got the Mystic Jackpot, Wonder Map and Shooting Gallery. So again, some little mini events that you can go into. So if I click on Start, you can see that we have this option up here that would be used to have a go at these, but you can see that I don't have any, so I would need to get more of the gallery coin to be able to have a go. When going into the Mystic Jackpot, you can see as well we can use gold to have a go in here, and there is the chance to win the jackpot, which is 1,672 gold. You can see it is 20 a play, and this is basically where you're gambling your gold away to see what you win. So let's do one now, and you can see this is what I'm going to win, and I won 500 Lord XP. So you can imagine you don't win great amounts every time, but of course someone does have to win that jackpot, so it's entirely up to you whether you would want to personally do that. Personally myself, I don't find it very beneficial, but like I say, that is a choice that is left to you. Okay, so for this particular Guns of Glory buildings guide, I'm going to leave it there. There will be some buildings that I'll deep dive into a little bit more as I progress through the stages of the guides. So do keep a lookout for that. And if there's anything I've missed, or if anything you think that would be important to add to this guide for other viewers, then please do add that in the comments. And I will see you in another video, Guns of Glory, very soon. Thanks for watching.